Would you rather is the question we're asked today. We're playing some either.io. Basically, I'm offered two choices, and I need to choose that choice, and then I see where I lay in the average of everybody else who's played this. It's easy to get to if you want to play it yourself. It's either.io. We're going to go ahead and start with this. Watch Batman 1989 or watch The Dark Knight 2008. I actually prefer Batman 1989. Actually, Dark Knight wasn't bad. Batman Begins was kind of... I want to go with Batman 1989. Apparently a lot of people disagree with me. Would you rather wear the same thing every day or never wear the same clothes twice? I guess it depends on if I actually have enough clothes to wear without having to buy them all the time. Wear the same thing every day. You know, if you have a washer and dryer in your home, it's not really a big deal. Really? Okay. Apparently I'm not an average. Would you rather drive a bright red smart car or be spanked by Rosie O'Donnell every morning? What? What's wrong with a bright red smart car? This is a stupid question. I'm gonna skip this one. Would you rather live in a giant peach or live in a giant shoe? Well, the giant peach is gonna rot, no matter how well you take care of it. Giant shoe, if you take care of it, you get some of that, like, shoe polish and sealer and thing like that, and you might be able to keep the shoe alive for a while, so I'm gonna go with giant shoe. Why would people want to live in something that's gonna rot? That's okay. Sure. If you say so. If you're a TV executive, would you rather resurrect your favorite canceled show of all time for one season or cancel your most hated show? Well, that's just a little vindictive. People hate things. Doesn't mean that other people don't like them. It'd be kind of dumb for you to cancel it and just like, ha! I mean, somebody canceled your favorite TV show, right? Do you want to be that person? I want to resurrect my favorite show, Farscape. Yeah. One season, though? Yeah, sure. Maybe we get picked up for more. 50-50. Wow. This one edged... Oh, no. This one edged out a little bit more by about 2,400. So, you know. But that's very 50... Some people are very vindictive. If you don't like the show, just don't watch it. It's easy enough. Would be featured on the show Bridezillas. Why would I be featured? I'm a guy. Okay. Be featured on the show What Not to Wear. See, the What Not to Wear thing, the only time that makes any sense to me is if you're being told how to dress for a job, like a very specific job. Because you can wear whatever the heck you want. I'll go out wearing cosplays and stuff all the time. Who cares? Be featured on the show Bridezilla. No. That, what not to wear. Then I could be like, I don't care what you think. I'm wearing what I want. Would you rather have the feeling of being kicked in the testicles for 12 hours a day? Ever, I'm guessing it means never, be able to produce healthy children? As long as I know before I try, I would choose never be able to produce healthy children. Because you can adopt. There's plenty of people in the world who end up having a kid, didn't want it. Someone's got to have those kids. They don't want them to be in the system all the time. There you go. Doesn't say I can't have healthy children. I just can't produce them myself. Would you rather know who killed Tupac or know who killed Biggie? I don't know who Biggie is. Sorry. I know of Tupac. People say he's still alive because he keeps releasing music over years and years and years later, and they keep finding more and more and more. To be honest, to be able to solve anybody's unsolved murder would be a good thing. People need to be, you know, people need closure. There you go. Would you rather eat nothing but ketchup for a week? Eat nothing but mustard for a week? Nothing but ketchup? See, I love ketchup. I put it on everything. My wife thinks it's disgusting. And I garner much pleasure in putting ketchup on everything in front of her. Eat nothing but ketchup, eat nothing but mustard. Mustard is really strong. So much so that it's just like, it's good, but it's only good on very, very specific things. So I'm going to go mustard for a week. And I'm going to ketchup for a week. 80%. There you go. Okay. Would you rather be with a blonde or be with a brunette? Well, I'm with a dirty blonde. So I'm right in the middle. Does that count? I guess it's a dirty blonde, so it counts as a blonde. So there you go. Brunette, really? Hair color isn't really a preference thing, in my opinion. I mean, like, do you really want to choose somebody based on that? Seems silly. Alright, would you rather always tell the truth or always lie? Always tell the truth? Keeps you honest. Which is kind of a silly thing to say, but it keeps you honest as a person. Not as what you're saying, because you're already telling the truth. Would you rather kill one person you know or kill 3 strangers? Am I being forced to do that? Is that what the question is? If I was being forced to do it, I would rather... Am I being forced to kill one person I know without being able to choose who it is? There's too many questions in this question. Because it could be like circumstances that, you know, like somebody I know who I know is like already going to pass away from like disease or something like that. I would probably kill them if I was being forced to kill somebody, and it had to be someone I know. See, I'm a pacifist, so I don't really like the idea of killing anybody. I'm not going to answer this one. Would you rather control the emotions of those around you or control the weather? There's a species on Farscape, favorite show, that can control the emotions of those around them. They're like mediators, peacekeeper kind of people. Interestingly enough, they're not the race that's called the peacekeepers. I like the fact that they mediated. They didn't actually use their powers to like force people to change, but they basically got people to understand each other in a very mediative way. And I would love to be able to do that, because there's a lot of stuff going on in the world today. Controlling the weather is nice. Unless there's a hurricane or something coming, I really wouldn't feel like I'm helping anybody. Because, you know, every bit of weather that we have in the world is actually a balancing act. When we have a giant hurricane, it's the Earth trying to correct an imbalance somewhere. I'm going to go with that. Okay. Would you rather be able to speak every language in the world fluently, or be the best in the world in one category of your choosing? Oh, I really want to be able to speak another language, but I don't have the patience or the mind for it. I already am having issues remembering certain English words. My brain's going a little bit. I'm not really sure why. Sometimes I have the fear that I might be going like dementia really early, but my memory's not as good as it used to be. Be able to speak best in the world in one category. What do you think? If I could speak every language in the world, I could be a translator. I could go anywhere, not have to worry, which would be cool. I've always wanted to go to Japan and New Zealand, but New Zealand, they speak English. You know, I think being the best in one category is more of a specific thing, and I would probably choose... What would I choose? To be honest, I'd just rather be like mediocre in some things. I've always wanted to learn how to code. Yeah, I'll go with that, coding. There you go. Would you rather drive a smart car or drive a Lamborghini and fill up 4 times a week? I'm not really much for tiny cars in the first place. I don't like small cars. Lamborghini's too low to the ground. Smart car, too close to other vehicles when you're driving. Oh. I don't trust other drivers. I'm kind of a granny driver. I like to go the exact speed limit, like right on the line. People hate me. Drive smart car. Okay. Would you rather smell like farts all the time, or get sprayed by a skunk once a month for the rest of your life? Skunk smell takes like 3 to 4 days to get rid of, from what I understand. But it's all the time? Is this my body that smells like farts all the time? Or even if I put on clothes and cologne and everything to try to cover it, I still smell like farts? Oh, this is like overpowering. To be honest, I think farts would be not as bad. I know there'd be days that you didn't smell like skunk, but skunk can get you to the point of almost vomiting. And some farts don't really smell terrible. Like, there's the really bad ones, and then there's the, someone farted. Would you rather be unable to survive without eating something every hour, okay, or be unable to taste anything for the rest of your life? To be honest, I'd rather be unable to taste anything for the rest of my life, because I am so sick of people calling me picky just because I don't like something. I'm under the, I believe that if you don't like something, you don't like it. It's not being picky by not wanting to eat it. So if I was unable to taste anything, then I would be able to eat whatever, anytime. I could go on game shows and be like, look what I can eat. And people would be like, oh, that's terrible. And I'd just be like, haha. Yeah, it's like a superpower. But being able to survive without eating something every hour, you know how many calories that'd be? Although something, it could literally be like a piece of rice. All these have like loopholes. It's kind of interesting. Would you rather be blind with amazing musical ability or deaf with amazing artistic ability? I prefer visual art. I don't really listen to music on my own. Like, I don't queue up things when I'm doing stuff. I will listen to music if I'm, feeling like lonely, or like if it's quiet and it's kind of freaking me out. I'll put music on, but not really want to make music. But artistic ability would be cool. Deaf, not so much, but yeah. I could be a sprite artist, make graphics for video games. Would you rather talk only in an auto-tune voice, auto-tune, or talk in a stereotypical grandma voice? Oh, look at you, look at you. Auto-tuned makes you sound almost too perfect, and it's kind of annoying. But I don't want to be a stereotypical grandma, so 78%, there you go. Would you rather stub your toe or get a paper cut? I would rather not have either of those happen. Is this just a one-time thing? Because toe stubbing pain lasts for like maybe a minute to two. So I guess it depends on how hard you stub your toe. Paper cuts, it depends on where you get it, and if you'll be working with lemon or salt at any point in the future. Oh man, I was working at McDonald's, first job, woohoo! Way back in like '96 or something like that. Yeah, I'm old. And I really didn't want to go to work. I had a friend over, and he wanted to hang out some more. So he had this great idea. Without telling me, he picked up my cat and threw her at me. I got scratched up all over my hands. Tried to call out when they wouldn't let me. So I went in, and oh my goodness, I had to work the fries. So much salt, so many wounds. Ow. I never forgave him for that. You know who you are. Stub your toe. Get a paper cut. I'm gonna go stub your toe. That's not terrible. Would you rather be stabbed in the stomach 10 times or be shot in both kneecaps? You could die from that. I mean, you could technically die from being shot in the kneecaps. But you could really like... Organ damage is very bad. You'd be shot in the kneecaps. You could recover from that too, I think. Get reconstructive surgery. You might be able to walk again. Be a manly woman or be a womanly man. Be a womanly man. Nothing wrong with being very in touch with your feminine side. I was a writer once. I wrote poetry. Who cares? Womanly man. Manly woman. It's a tomboy. I mean, I'm a man, so I would want to choose the one that keeps me the way I am. So, if you had to die, would you rather die a painful death that goes down in history? Okay. Or die a painless death that everyone hates you for? A painless death that everyone hates you for? Why would they hate you for it? They're like, I understand that you died in painless death. How would they even know? Did they ask you afterwards? Because that would be kind of an interesting question. Hey, did it hurt? I'm dead, leave me alone. Yeah, it's a stupid question. I don't want to die at all, but if painful death goes down in history, like that could be like saving lives or something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. People want to be famous. They want to be remembered. If you have to die, you want to be remembered. Would you rather be eaten by a lion or be eaten by ants? Oh my goodness. I would rather be eaten by a lion. That scene from the Indiana Jones we don't talk about. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, no. A lion might actually break your neck or something while he's eating you. They usually do that to gazelles and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, nobody wants to be eaten by ants. Those things. Woo! Would you rather lick the armpit of a sweaty cab driver? Ooh. Or eat the earwax of an old man who has never cleaned his ears? Where do people come up with these things? Never cleaned his ears? Never? Really? I doubt there's anybody who exists that has never cleaned their ears. Even, like, accidentally. Like, you take a shower and you turn to your head, oh, accidentally cleaned your ears. Cab driver? Sure. Because this right here, lick the armpit of a sweaty cab driver, could be a female. And most women shave their underarms, so it wouldn't be hairy, at least. This is automatically an old man. He never cleans his ear. Ooh. Yeah, a little sweat never hurt anybody. Whatever. I mean, you've been exercising, sweat drips into your lips, or whatever. Ooh, salty, but it's not the worst thing ever. Would you rather serve 7 years in a rough prison or kill and eat your pet dog? I don't have a dog. These aren't even, like, related to each other. Like, some of them, they're, like, related, like, either or. But this is, like, would you rather do this thing or this totally unrelated thing that is also terrible? If I had to survive and there's no other way, I'd eat my pet dog. No offense, Fido, but I would have trouble doing it. I would be sad. But yep. Really, 7 years in a rough prison. Well, I mean, I guess it's saying that you survived that rough prison, but alright, I got a couple more. Bring John Lennon and George Harrison back to life and reform the Beatles today. Today! Or go back to 1963 and go to every Beatles concert from then until 1970 when they broke up. Well, 1963 was a very... wasn't a great time. Tensions were high everywhere. Civil rights weren't really everyone's. You know. This, you know, people would be like, holy cow, they're alive, woohoo! But the thing is would I bring them back to life at the age they died at? And then the band would get back together, and then they'd have two really young members, and then the others would be old. No, I guess we'll do this one, but I don't want to go back in time to that era. Would you rather talk a little bit too loudly or talk a little bit too softly? This is the conundrum. I used to talk a little bit too softly. Now I talk a little bit too loudly because I used to talk a little bit softly and no one noticed when I said things. So I overtalk, and it's really annoying to some people. So that is a tough choice. I think I'd rather be heard, though. So, all right, one more. You're golfing on the 18th hole and about to head to the bar. Would you rather get a hole-in-one and have to buy the whole bar drink, or no hole-in-one? I will never buy alcohol for someone. It's just a personal choice I've made. Yeah. Because you can be responsible for your own actions when you're drunk. And, you know, you feel bad for things you do, or if you do something stupid, you know, you did that to yourself. But if you give someone else alcohol and then they do something stupid, it's kind of your fault. And I really don't like that feeling, or the idea of that feeling. I've had to work in a couple jobs where I delivered alcohol or I sold alcohol to people, but I've never given alcohol to anybody. I've never purchased it and then handed it out. I never had a party and actually had alcohol for people to drink. My wedding was no alcohol. I have nothing against people who drink. I won't provide it. No hole-in-one. I don't really care if I get a hole-in-one or not. Alright, so that's been Would You Rather. I may or may not play this again. There's also another game called Would You Press the Button. It's basically the same thing, except it only gives you one option and a negative consequence that happens if the good thing happens. So, yeah, if you like this video, give it a like. I hope you've been subscribed, and I hope you have a good day.